Sometimes I just be like, was I supposed to be born a man? Because I just have excess hair. Do you guys ever just be at work and let absolutely everything go that bothers you because you're like, I don't give a fuck, I'm just here to get a raise? I don't know. I don't know. I'm just here to get a raise. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just here to get a raise. Like, my coworker okay. So this is present, past, and even future, okay? So anytime I work somewhere, I just be like, little things that bother me, I just be like, does that really bother me, or is it just annoying me? And I more than likely come to the conclusion of, I don't really care, I'm just here to get a raise. Like, I could get punched in the face and I'll be like, I don't care, I'm just here to get a raise. No, I'm lying. The only time I did tell, there was a few times where people at work did hecka try me. Like when I used to work at Amazon, there was like this tall guy, and he was like alright looking, I guess, and I could tell that he liked me. Or whatever, I don't know. It's just he would stare for hecka long at me, and I would look at him, and he would just like smile, and I would just be like, and just turn around. And it was okay for a while until like he started. There was this one time where he started getting like super touchy-feely. Like, I had on my reflective jacket on, and he was like, oh, you know you don't have to wear this, and he tugged on the jacket, but then he like touched my back and arm at the same time, and I was like there was other times before this where he would like help me with my phone, and he would like sneak a touch on my hand, or just be hecka close and just breathe on me, and I would just be like, okay, like, I'm just here to get a raise. And it came to the point where he like, that time where he tugged on my sweater, and I looked at him and I was like, oh, okay, thank you. Just try to keep your hands to yourself. But I appreciate you. I appreciate the advice and the help. Just keep your hands to yourself, you know? Like, straight up, just like that. Yeah. Until it came to that time where he was just like super touchy-feely, like I was saying. And I felt like he was just getting too comfortable. And I was, I told him, I was like, hey, appreciate you, but keep your hands to yourself. But, once again, I appreciate you. Just don't touch me, please. And he just hit me with the, like, sorry, like, trying to kind of flip it back on me and make it seem like I'm tripping. Like, girl, ain't nobody trying to touch you, when you already touched my hand, you touched my arm, you touched my fingers, and now you like grazed my back a little bit. And I'm just like, boy. So ever since then, when I was working there, ever since that point, he would never look at me, he would never smile, which was fine because I was just there to get a raise. And I was just like, okay, whatever, this is better, just don't talk to me. And then there was this one time where something happened at work where I had to go after to go talk to the manager. Nothing bad, like on my part or anything like that. Just something with the damn trucks or whatever. Which Amazon is a whole nother video in itself. Let me know if you want to talk about that later. But yeah, and then I went after work and he was standing there and he was like just smiling, like with the most innocent smile, most friendly, smile, just like just looking at me like that while I was talking to my manager. And he was like, did you have a good day at work today? And I was like, yeah, I did actually. It was a good day. I was like, I'm about to go home and sleep. He was like, yeah, me too. I'm tired. Don't you be tired? And I'm like, of course I'm tired. I just worked 12 hours. They barely let us have our lunches, and they're always telling us to hurry up and blah 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 blah, right? Whatever. And then it ended. And then in the morning meetings, he would smile at me again, and I would smile back, because I was just there to get a raise. And he was just turned into a sweet guy again. And one day, I don't know what was wrong with him. It was after work, and all the managers hung out right there where you like turn in your keys. You give them your little baggie with the chargers that were always broken for some reason. And then they would blame you for your phone dying because the charger that they gave you was broken. So, the guy that was, I think he was called the checker. Like, he checked out your keys and stuff. And then you would just get in your car and leave, and do it all again the next day. So he was hanging out there with some of the managers and like other coworkers, and I was like, hey, checker, here's my stuff. And me and him were talking about something with my other coworker, and tall dude that was like getting touchy-feely was like, don't listen to her, checker. Like, she's just hecka bossy. She just be bossing people around. So I'm just like, what is he talking about? What is he even saying? So I ignored him. I'm just facing this way. He's behind me talking to the checker, like over me. My back is to him, but he, like, the checker's facing me. I'm facing him. Tall dude over here looking at the checker. I'm ignoring. And I'm just like, in my head, I'm just like, okay. Anyways, I'm ignoring. And he's like, yeah, she thinks she's the boss. She thinks she's the manager or something. Now you're doing too much, because now you're harassing me. I already checked you about touching me. Now I'm about to check you about giving me my personal space, and stop harassing me. And what was more, devastating in a way was there was managers standing there, and they weren't saying anything. Men. These are all men. There's no girls around. And I looked at him, and I was just like, I turned around, and it's just, you know how King of the Hill, they all hung out outside of that fence drinking beers? That's what these dudes were doing, but they had vape pens and cigarettes. Disgusting, right? So I turn around, I look at all of them, and I realize this guy's trying to humiliate me. He's butthurt. So I just look at him. I might have looked at his nasty shoes and looked back at him. And I was just like, you're just mad because I told you to keep your hands to yourself. And I turned back around, not thinking of anything. Weirdly, there was an eerie silence for about 0.1 second. And then I hear a roar of laughter. And I turn around. All the managers are cracking up, looking at him like, ooh, whatever, stupid, whatever, guys. Acting like guys. I don't know, whatever the fuck that was. And he was like, when I try to touch you. No, he didn't say it like that. He was like, when did I try to touch you? Blah, blah, blah. And I turned back around and I was like, oh, you want to play? You want to make me seem crazy? Okay. So I turned around and I demonstrated. And then I used a guy as a prop. I was like, can I use you as an example? Like, I'm going to grab your arm and stuff, okay? He was like, sure. And I was like, yeah, this is how mad you were. Oh, remember when you were grabbing my sweater, my jacket, and you were like, oh, you don't have to wear this, you know? And then you grabbed my arm and then down my back like that. And I told you to keep your hands to yourself. You're mad since that day, huh? And like everybody was just, you could see the embarrassment and just defeat in this guy's eyes. I didn't want to do that to him. He did it to himself. And I'm just there like hella adrenaline going through my body because I don't want to say these things to this guy. I'm just here to get a raise. And, you know, adrenaline is going. And then he's like, I never did that to you. And I was like, sure. Anyways, have a good night. And he was just a laughing stock. And I didn't even want to. I was just there to get a raise. And yeah, eventually I quit. I got a better opportunity. And now I'm making better money and I don't have to worry about where I have to go to the bathroom, because I literally almost pooped myself one time because there was no bathrooms around and I had already taken my 15 minutes and my 30-minute lunch. So thank you, Jesus. And now I'm in a better situation. And guess what? There's still adversity and I'm still growing. There's still coworkers that be saying things that I don't necessarily agree with, but I don't say much because I'm just there to get a raise.